Well, now, if you have yourself a smartphone and internet, and by the way, I'm sure you have internet, that's why you're watching me, and probably you also have the smartphone. This is what I want you to do so that you can be able to make money out of that. Because let me tell you one secret, nowadays, the today's land, it is the internet. Or by the way, should I say, the today's land is the internet. Today's land, it is the internet, all right? Is the what? The internet. Let me tell you one secret, what is happening right now. You see, there are some sort of several generations that has passed. Right now, where we are, money is where the attention is. Now, this is money. Guess where the money is? The money is where the attention is. Attention is. By the way, if you come from Kenya, we can relate to this. By the way, have you ever seen some people, you just trend and then the next minute you have money? For example, you can just do a weird thing. We had a certain guy who had a very funny dish here, we call it githeri, and the guy just trended. The next minute, the guy had a piece of land and all those kind of stuff. Wherever there is an attention, there is what? Money. So if you cannot be able to actually influence and have the attention towards people, then you're actually getting off the equation of the money. And by the way, right now, if you're watching this and you have a business, you're a business person, all right? And you don't have any presence in social media, I am telling you, you are getting it wrong. Right now, as we speak, if you can have just a smartphone and the internet, you can be able to make money. And I know right now you're like, okay, come on, go ahead and say what you want to say. I just have that internet and have that smartphone. What can I do to make money? Fine. Okay, fine. Before I say anything, make sure that you hit that like button on this video and also subscribe. Just take you just less than 1 second, all right? Did you do so? Thank you. Now, here you have yourself a smartphone and you have yourself an internet or internet. So what exactly can you do for you to be able to make money? And I know what you're waiting me to tell you right now. I know that this, what we call the traditional way of making money of, hey, online writing, you can be able to do Forex trading, you can do, I don't know, Bitcoin, you can do, and guys, be very careful out there. People are being scammed, especially in the name of Bitcoin, in the name of, I don't know, trading, I don't know, all those kind of, I don't know, buying boats, all those things are nonsense. Forget about them. Those things don't work. They don't even exist. Okay, the point is this: for you to be able to make money using a smartphone and an internet, you have to have one thing paramount, whether you like it or not. You must have skills. You must have what? Skills. See, I usually get a lot of DMs by guys and are telling me, hey, you know what, Joseph, hey, would you mind to show me a legit online jobs that I can? There is nothing like legit online jobs. They do not exist. I want to break that ice today. There is nothing like legit online jobs that they are to connect me with job. There is nothing like, if you have zero skills, you can't be able to make money online. Simple. Online, don't view online like it's a place where you just go download an app and start downloading money. There is nothing like that. What you need first is skills. Nowadays, people don't even go to the physical jobs. People are working remotely. And how are they doing it? You get yourself some of the skills. And what are these kind of skills that you can be able to do? For example, when you approach me and tell me, hey, Joseph, I would love to work online. Would you mind connecting me with online writing jobs, article writing, data entry jobs? And then I ask you, do you know how to online write? Do you know how to write? And you say, yeah, of course, I know how to use a computer. Not using a computer, online writing, because there are formats that are needed. Something like APA, there's something called APA, there's something called MLA, there's something called Chicago, or there's something called Truban or whatever, all those kind of things. Those are formatting in terms of writing. So if you cannot be able to understand what are these, forget about online writing. You cannot be able to make money in terms of anything, okay? Now, what do you do for you to get skills? Let me just give you the skills that you can be able to go ahead and acquire them. Let me tell you, if you are lazy, you don't have to take time. You don't have to, what we call monitor yourself into getting a specific skills for you to be able to learn. You just want everything like within a click of a button. Then this is not a video for you. You can just get off the video, because here you need to give yourself a little bit of time to acquire the skills. Then you can be able to do what? Be able to make some cash. All right. Now, some of the skills that you can actually be able to make money out of. The first one is what I'm doing right now. That is content creation. Content creation. By the way, I'm making this video using my phone, okay? Provided it has a good camera, you can be able to make money out of it. So content creation is the very, very, very first thing that you can be able to do with a smartphone and be able to make some cash at the end of the day. Did you get what I've just said? All right. Now, content creation, can you make a content about it? Now, you can either make something that actually educates people. For example, that's what I do. You educate people, all right? 2, you can actually make something that actually inspires people. All right. And number 3, actually things that are what? Entertains them. Entertains obtains them. Okay, now if you can actually get either into these three things in content creation, you'll be able to make money. How do you make money in content creation? Because there is a very thin line between making content and monetizing your content. For example, if you're making financial related content like I'm doing, okay, I come here, I share value with you, I tell you this is how you monitor your money, this is how you invest, this is what you do, this is not what you do. Then out of you getting the value out of me, and if you'd like to get a premium services, then I charge for my services. You can actually call me. I offer you professional services either through virtually or we can meet. I also write books. If you can actually be able to stand before a camera and record and tell people how they can be able to organize their funds, then it means that you can actually go ahead and be able to come up with a book that can summarize all that information that you can actually be able to sell out there and be able to make some cash. So those people that usually have there as your followers, those added followers, they are great people. They have seen value in you. Then if you can be able to monetize your services, always have two packages: the package for the free information that you share with them on the social media, and the other package is the package for those who would love to get the premium services and all those kind of things. And that way you'll be able to make money. It's as simple as that. All right. But let me tell you one thing, it's not as simple as you think in terms of just getting a camera and whatever, and a stand and ring light, and then you start making videos and then by default you make money. No. Do you know, it took me over 1 year, 4 months to make or get the first 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So it means that you need to be patient. You need to take time. May not pay you today, may not pay you tomorrow, may not pay you the next month, but surely a near 2, 3, 4 from today, you'll be in a situation whereby you'll be saying, hey, everything is in place and I'm actually doing greater things. That is exactly how you do it. That's now the first one, is content creation. You can actually make some cash out of the content creation. The other way you can actually make money out of the content creation, you can actually get brand ambassadors. You know, you can be called upon to advertise certain products that actually relates to your your audience and all those kind of things. So another thing, you actually get to be paid immediately or by those apps that you actually go ahead, or those software like YouTube. If you make videos, YouTube pays people through use of ads and all those kind of things. Okay, so content creation is one of the easiest way you can actually get started as far as the making money is concerned. All right, you have a very smartphone. Okay, go ahead, record anything. And you might think like, hey, when I say content creation, you must be a very good person. No. Sometimes you can just make you don't have to make a face that appears on the camera. Maybe you're good at cooking, record yourself cooking. You know, maybe you're good at whatever. Just do whatever you do there, record those videos and upload them, and that's how you actually grow yourself into that. Now, that is the first skill that you can actually get as far as the making money online is concerned. Number two, you can actually get something like graphic design, and I bet I've ever talked about this graphic design, right? And this graphic designs is where you come up with like some several graphic design sort of a templates whereby you can actually send people. Maybe they want to prepare them a wedding sort of a thing, maybe a logo, maybe they want to have something like a Photoshop or something of sort, just kind of a thing. All right. For example, in Kenya, we are about to go into an election in 3 or 4 years time from today. How about you dedicate like 6 months or something of sort? Wherever the election comes in, a lot of people actually produce what we call these what do we call them? These banners, these brochures, and all those kind of things. Is an area whereby you can actually pick something and do something about it. It's an area by the time that time comes in, you can actually be able to partner with people who have big machine, assuming that you won't have viewers by that time. Then you can be able to make some cash as the time progresses. Okay. Now, the other thing you can be able to actually learn on get as a skill and use it with a smartphone and be able to do something is something called you can do Photoshop. Okay, you can do Photoshop. Photoshop. The other thing that you can actually go ahead and do is something called the web designing. Well, I know definitely this one you may need a computer, but you can be able to learn these skills using your smartphone, because some of these skills you might get them in the YouTube channel. If you just go on YouTube and Google how to be the web designing for the for the beginners, you can use it, maybe a WordPress or something of sort. Okay, you can also learn some skills called data entry. Data entry. You can learn something called article writing. All right, article writing. You can also learn some things to do with annotations, something called annotations, copywriting, copywriting, and very many other things that you can be able to learn. And I know you are like, okay, fine, what are all those things that, Joseph, you're actually naming them out there? These skills that I'm actually sharing with you here, they are skills that you can be able to learn. And some of these skills do not even require like a long period of time. Only 3 months, you're good to go. You can actually get all the skills. Not all the skills, but at least if you get into the data entry, you focus vividly into that and acquiring the premium service, or rather the premium skills, then you can be able to trade the skills that you have in an exchange of money. All right, something to do with annotations. I had some guy who called me some back then. I lost his contact, but he was doing this annotation thing. He's working remotely for a company in Australia, and he was doing good. There's some other guys I know, they usually work for the data entry companies in so those big companies like Australia or whatever, and something of sort. Okay, and you find this person, they are actually driving heavy machines. These guys do not even get out of their houses. If you go to their houses, they have a very big office with all those things actually in her office. They have a very good computer, and they're offering these services. The other things that are called virtual assistants. You know, these are guys who, where you find the traffic is directed towards you, and then you can actually, you know, sort of handle them, tell them do this, do there, and all those kind of things. It's like the way you usually call your telco company, whatever the country you are, and then you get served. So these guys who work virtually, you find like you have yourself a microphone and all those kind of things, and you can, the traffic can actually direct it towards you, and you can service them, and you move to the next level. By the way, if you ask me, in this 21st century, we are already, not that we are heading, we are already in the virtual industry. We actually getting into the AI. For example, just imagine how the AI has penetrated in our areas, okay? Look at cases of like the chat GPT and all those kind of things. Nowadays, if you do not get yourself, if you do not get your foot into the, you know, virtual industry, you're getting left behind. And that is the most dangerous thing that you can ever do as far as development is concerned. And I know you're like, okay, fine, where can I exactly learn these skills, Joseph, and be able to acquire them so that I can be able to trade them in an exchange of cash? Let me just share with you some like 2 or 3 websites whereby you can be able to learn these skills. Some of them are free, and some of them you have to pay a little bit so that for you to be able to get something. So there was a website called Udemy. We have another website called Skillshare. And by the way, they have not paid me to advertise this. I'm only sharing with you because this in this area we have to help each other. Skillshare. And then we have another one called like WordPress, if you want to do something to do with graphic, not really graphic design, but coding and all those kind of things. And then we have another one called Allison. Okay, those are just but 4 areas whereby you can be able to get variety of skills that can actually help you. If you go to just Google Udemy, Skillshare, WordPress, Allison, whichever the one you find that you are more appropriate with, then you can be able to go ahead and learn these skills by yourself, get them, and then later you can actually exchange them for money. That is the only way you can actually make some cash on the internet. And let me tell you one secret. Please do not ignore this. I'm looking forward in a time where will come, then people will be leaving YouTube channels for their generations. Can you imagine this? Yeah, you're writing one of your wills that I hereby who and who leave my YouTube channel to so and so, and it is true, you know, because nowadays, I don't want to say we don't have the land that we can actually inherit, you know, our kids that can inherit. But obviously, can you imagine you having like a YouTube channel that is making you like a huge amount of money at the end of the month? And then maybe you have to include it in your will, like who will take over that YouTube channel? Obviously, you have to sort of groom them for them to inherit that kind of a thing. But you can just imagine, you can't just, you know, get off and assume it's nothing. No, some of the people whom I know, you know, in this social media, they have actually become millionaires out of them making content creation. So that is a worthy place whereby you can even include it in your will. And that's where we are heading. So don't be ignorant, take action right now, and don't just complain that you're broke and you have your internet and you have a smartphone. That is not really a good thing to go about it. Anyway, guess what, guys? That marks the end of my video, but don't forget, surely post a video each and every day. So if you don't want to miss any of my good videos, make sure that you like this video. Also, make sure that you comment and as well subscribe to this channel, and see you in the next one. And by the way, don't forget, you can pick my number from the description of this specific video for the purposes of finances and investment. See you in the next one.